InterswitchSPAK is an IntersWitch Switch a Future initiative.
My name is Miriam Mumbua from Kathikakai High School, Machakos County.
My name is Eunice Mwani from Kathikakai High School, Machakos County.
My name is Morgan Mutesia from Kathikakai High School, Machakos County.
I'm Anne Amelia from my high school, Kabarak, Nakuru County.
I am Mercy Mwini, Kathikakai High School, Machakos County.
My name is Yvonne Mutua from Kathikakai High School, Machakos County.
According to Benjamin Franklin, an investment in knowledge pays the best interest. IntersWitch is investing in the future of STEM by discovering these young STEM geniuses. Welcome to the 7th prelim of InterswitchSPAK National Science Competition Kenya 3.0. Almost coming to the end of the preliminary stage of InterswitchSPAK Kenya 3.0. We have with us today on stage 6 outstanding STEM students. We have with us Anne, Miriam, Morgan, Yvonne, Mercy, and Eunice. Morgan, how does it feel to be amongst the 5 girls on stage?
Feels good.
Feels good, yeah?
Yes.
Miriam, with a double R, how are you feeling today?
Fine.
What are your aspirations with regards to this show?
I want to win the 1.5 million scholarship for the university.
That is the prize you are all playing for. 1.5 million Kenya shillings in scholarship, all made possible by IntersWitch. Never stop. It is now time to celebrate our SPAK Hero of the Week. Have a listen.
No one else strongly believes African scientists will push the boundaries in science like Professor Faith Osier, the current president of the International Union of Immunological Societies. She is currently working with her team to create a better malaria vaccine for Africans through the South-South Malaria Research Partnership SSMARP initiative, an initiative with a mission to ultimately eradicate malaria through the economic empowerment of Africa. Faith is a visiting professor at the University of Oxford, where she works in the Infection, Immunology and Translational Medicine group. She holds a Wellcome Trust Fellowship in Public Health and Tropical Medicine. She was also awarded the Young African Scientist Award from the European Virtual Institute for Malaria Research. We at InterswitchSPAK believe in this dream. We are rooting for Faith Osier and hopefully that the malaria vaccine will become a reality.
Malaria has been quite a menace on the continent, and the works of Faith Osier will go a long way in making the continent a safer place to be. Eunice, what can you say has motivated you in her work so far?
Her determination.
Her determination?
Yeah.
Indeed, you can see that from what she's put into her research. What field are you planning to delve into?
Medicine.
Medicine?
Yeah.
Lovely. What about you, Mercy?
Neurosurgery.
Neurosurgery.
Yeah.
Wonderful. You all want to delve into what most would consider difficult field, but like I said, you're all brilliant students, and we're looking forward to your achievements in future. InterswitchSPAK is played in 2 levels, the foundation round and the advanced round. There are 12 questions in the foundation round, each to be answered within 15 seconds. Marks will be awarded based on your accuracy, but also your speed. Because if there is a tie at the end of the foundation round, your average response time will be used to determine who proceeds to the next round. This is the foundation round. Question 1. Who discovered and named cells? Who discovered and named cells? Is it A. Robert Virchow, B. Robert Hooke, C. Zacharias Johnson, or is it D. Charles Darwin? Anne?
Yes?
Who do you believe discovered and named cells?
I'm not sure.
You're not sure. But is there a name there that looks familiar?
Zachary Jansen and Charles Darwin.
So what do you know Zachary Jansen for?
He did something about the microscope.
About the microscope.
Yeah.
Okay, but we're talking about who discovered and named cells. The correct answer is Robert Hooke. Miriam Mumbua, you earned 10 points in that question. Congratulations. To the rest, best of luck in question 2. Water shows anomalous behavior when it is below A, 0 degrees, B, when it is between 4 degrees Celsius and 100 degrees Celsius, C, when it is at exactly 4 degrees Celsius, or D, between 0 degrees Celsius and 4 degrees Celsius. Yvonne, when do you think water shows anomalous behavior?
At exactly 4 degrees Celsius.
At exactly 4 degrees Celsius. Morgan?
Between 4 degrees Celsius and 100 degrees Celsius.
Okay, so those are your responses. However, the correct answer is option D, between 0 degrees Celsius and 4 degrees Celsius. We move on to question 3. What is the relationship between the angles P and Q? What is the relationship between the angles P and Q? Are they parallel angles, alternate angles, opposite angles, or corresponding angles? What would you call that relationship? Eunice?
Corresponding angles.
Is that the correct answer, Anne?
Yes.
It is indeed the correct answer, option D. Based on the results, only Miriam and Morgan missed the correct answer. Question 4 of the foundation round. Which of the following pH values is the most basic? Which of the following pH values is the most basic? Is it 10, 8, 5, or 3? Looking at the pH range, which of these is the most basic? Morgan?
10.
Why 10?
It's past 7.
Past 7.
Yes.
What if it was before 7?
Be acidic.
It will be acidic. That is indeed true. All the contestants knew the answer to this. Congratulations for getting it right. Question 5. The area of life on Earth is called? The area of life on Earth is called? Is it the lithosphere, the biosphere, the hydrosphere, or is it the mesosphere? What is the area of life on Earth called? Miriam, on which area on Earth are you living?
Biosphere.
Biosphere. Should be more confident in your answer because it is indeed correct. The biosphere is the area of life on Earth. Eunice, if you didn't know, now you know. Question 6. What class of machine is shown by the arm in the diagram? What class of machine is shown by the arm in the diagram? Is it second class, third class, no class, or first class? What class of machine is shown? Anne?
Yes.
What class of machine is shown?
First class.
Why do you say first class? What would be the characteristic of a first class?
The pivot is found between the load and the effort.
Well, thank you for that lesson, Anne. Indeed, that is the first class. The pivot is between the effort and the load. In that question, only Anne was able to provide the correct answer. But now that you've received the explanation, I'm sure you cannot miss it if you ever come across it in life again. This marks the halfway point. I'd like us to take a short breather. We'll be right back.
2 decades ago, we flipped the switch, flooded the dark continent with light, created an industry, opened the doors that ushered in the future. Africa is emerging. Visionaries are evolving. But it wasn't always this way. Before the beginning, cash ruled the streets and crime was its aid. Africa was groping, coping with the darkness, until we founded the switch and turned on the future. 20 years after, the dark continent is now bursting with innovation, and we're just getting started. Until Africa is borderless, limitless, we are never stopping. Welcome to the Odyssey, the first experience. The future begins today.
Thank you for keeping it InterswitchSPAK National Science Competition Kenya 3.0. Before the break, the contestants attempted 6 questions, and this is how they fared. Remember, in the foundation round, you have to be accurate but also fast. The fastest earns 10 points, while the rest get 5 points. We proceed to question 7, and at the end of this round, only 4 of you will make it to the next level. Question 7. Simplify 2 into brackets x over y to the power of 2 multiplied by 2y over x. Is it A, 2x over y, B, 4xy, C, 4x over y, or D, x over y? What is the correct answer? Based on the results, none of the contestants provided the correct answer. When you simplify that equation, you get C, 4x over y. Question 8. Relative to a solution with a pH of 3, a solution of pH of 1 is more acidic, higher in OH, negative, lower in H, or more basic. Miriam, how do you fare in chemistry in school?
Not really bad.
Not really bad. Right. So do you think you can give us the answer to this question?
Yeah.
Okay.
More acidic.
Why is that?
Because it is before 7.
Well, 3 is also before 7. It's just that we're saying there's a solution with a pH of 3 and one with a pH of 1, which means it's closer to 0, so it makes it more acidic. That is indeed correct. Eunice Mweni, again, it is a learning moment. This might actually be in your next internal examinations in school, so I'm glad that you now know. Question 9. In the given diagram, insect is a what? Is it a decomposer, a tertiary consumer, a primary producer, or a primary consumer? Looking at that food chain, what is the insect? Give it a try, Morgan.
A primary consumer.
A primary consumer. Why do you choose that amongst all the other answers?
I'm not sure.
All right, so who'd like to assist Morgan? Anne, please.
It's a primary consumer because insect is at the second trophic level.
All right, thank you very much, Anne. Correct answer is option D. Question 10. Which of the following is not an electromagnetic radiation? Which of the following is not an electromagnetic radiation? A, sound waves, B, X-ray, C, sunlight, or D, radio waves? The correct answer is A. Sound waves are not electromagnetic radiation. Based on the results, Anne has scored 10 points in that question, while the rest earned not. Question 11. The diagonal of a parallelogram divides the parallelogram into what triangles? Is it A, 2 equal triangles, 3 equal triangles, 3 unequal triangles, or 2 unequal triangles? That is it. 15 seconds are up. Miriam?
2 equal.
Yvonne?
2 equal.
You verified Miriam's answer, which is the correct option. A, the diagonal of a parallelogram divides it into 2 equal triangles. Based on the results, this was easy for all the contestants. Bringing us to the final question, number 12. According to the equation shown, how many grams of CaCO3 would produce 28 grams of CaO, where calcium equals 40, C equals 12, and oxygen equals 16? Is it A, 100 grams, 25 grams, 50 grams, or 200 grams? Question in chemistry. Eunice, how do you fare in chemistry?
Not bad.
All right, so give it a try still.
100.
100, use the answer you provided. You will be assisted by Morgan.
50.
50. Mercy.
25.
All varying opinions, but the correct answer is option C, 50 grams, as we were told by Morgan. That is the correct answer. We have come to the end of the foundation round in this preliminary episode. Who proceeds to the advanced round and is one step closer to the semifinals? We'll find out after this.
Let me tell you a story. Our story blooms over 2 decades ago in a humble university dorm room where the weight of the dark put a strain on our hands, a stain on the sheet where we mapped out our plans. But innovation lit our eyes with a fire to blaze the trail, to change Africa, one solution, one transaction at a time. Our ears listened to the chimes, the buzzing tune of bright ideas. We stretched out our hands, and remember what we did? We flipped the switch. We flipped the switch, it was no ordinary motion. It was to herald a new notion. It is a champion's charge, your invitation to stand on our shoulders. It is your time for elevation. So go ahead, flip that switch, build that business, scale that hitch. Africa's future is waiting on us, and what looks like the sky is only the dew. We are on the brink of something new, because at IntersWitch, we never stop. So you don't stop.
You are watching the best STEM competition in the country, brought to you by IntersWitch. Never stop. 4 contestants will proceed to the advanced round, which means I have to let go of 2 amazing STEM students with a total of 35 points each, and leaving this preliminary episode. Eunice, Yvonne, thank you for gracing us here. I wish you the very best as you continue to work towards your goals. Thank you very much. Kindly give them a round of applause. Congratulations, you've actually made it to the advanced round, and you're one step closer to the semi-finals and yet even closer to the final stage. Scoring the highest points at 85, we have Anne Gombe, followed by 60 points, Miriam Mumbua, 40 points, Masi Mweni, and 40 points, Morgan Mutisia. We're about to begin the advanced round of this competition. To our contestants, the advanced round gets tougher. You will pick 5 subject areas, and then 10 questions will be pulled for you. You will then have 45 seconds to attempt the 10 questions. In order to determine the sequence of play, we take a turn. The take a turn question for today: match the following shapes with their respective objects. Match shapes with objects. We have objects on the left as the ball, dice, a can of milk, and a funnel. The shape is a cone, a cylinder, a sphere, and a cube. Anne Gombe has been able to solve this puzzle. We're now waiting for all the contestants. Anne Gombe came first. We're followed by Masi Mweni. And the results are in. Going first, we'll have Anne, followed by Masi Mweni, then Morgan Mutisia, and then Miriam Mumbua. Anne,
Yes.
who do you think you'll make the most proud when you emerge as a winner in this competition, if you do?
My sister.
Your sister? Okay. All right. So Anne, your sister, I'm sure is watching and is really rooting for you. Anne, are you ready?
My name is Anne Gombe from Moi High School, Kabarak, and I'm ready to spark.
Anne, now is your time to spark. How many excretory organs are used by mammals?
Pass.
What is the process in which metabolic waste is eliminated from an
Excretion.
organism? What force is required to extend a material with a stiffness of 40 newtons per meter by 1.5? What is the gradient of a velocity time graph?
Acceleration.
The work oikos means?
Pass.
What is the ability of living organism to give rise to new individuals?
Reproduction.
What is Lakes Nakuru National Park famous for?
Flamingos.
Who invented the calculus?
Pass.
Which allotrope of carbon is called plumbago?
Pass.
Convert 25 degrees Celsius to Kelvin.
298.
How many excretory organs are used by mammals?
3.
That is it for Anne. Kindly give it up for her. From Moi Girls High School, Kabarak. Masi, are you ready?
I'm Masi Mweni from Kathekakai High School, and I'm ready to spark.
Masi, now is your time to spark. What controls and regulates the activities of the cell?
Nucleus.
The scientific name for man is?
Homo sapien sapien.
What is the electrical instrument that controls current by varying resistance?
Pass.
The region of space around a charged body is called?
Pass.
What metal is applied as a protective coating to steel or iron in the galvanization process?
Oil and grease.
What class of acids occur as natural products in plant or animal materials?
Pass.
Prince Harry is referred to as the Duke of?
Pass.
Which country won the first FIFA World Cup championship?
Asia.
0 degrees Celsius corresponds to what temperature on the Kelvin scale?
273.
What is the chemical formula of hydrogen sulfide?
H2S.
That is it for Masi. Kindly give it up for her. A very wonderful trial. Morgan, are you ready?
Yes, my name is Morgan Mutesia from Kathekakai High School and I'm ready to spark.
Morgan, now is your time to spark. What thermodynamic state function is a measure of the randomness of a system?
Pass.
Diamond and graphite are two different forms of carbon. What phenomenon does this represent?
Pass.
Which classes of lava has its load between the fulcrum and the effort?
Second.
What is the color of pink cup viewed in white light?
Pass.
Entomology is the science that studies what?
Pass.
What is the largest lake in Africa?
Lake Victoria.
Correct. The side of a square is 2/3 centimeters. What is the perimeter of the square?
Pass.
Calculate the height of a parallelogram whose area is 42 centimeters squared and base is 7 centimeters.
6.
The common factor of x to the power of 3, y to the power of 3, and x, y to the power of 2 is?
Pass.
That is it. 10 questions for Morgan, and you've done incredibly well. Kindly, let's give it up for him. One more contestant to go, then we'll find out who drops out of the race and who proceeds to the semi-finals. Miriam Mumbua.
I'm Miriam Mumbua from Kathekakai High School and I'm ready to spark.
Miriam, now is your time to spark. The composition of nitrogen in the air is approximately
70%.
Fat and oils are also called
Lipids.
The resultant force of a couple is?
Pass.
What refers to the magnitude of the sensation of sound reaching the ear?
Pass.
What is the largest country by land area in Africa?
Ethiopia.
What ocean is the deepest on Earth?
Indian Ocean.
Incorrect. Convert 0.8 to a fraction in its lowest term.
4/5.
120 apples were shared between Samuel and Sarah in the ratio 1:2 respectively. What is Sarah's
Pass.
share? The next term of the AP, -4, -2, 0. A triangle having all its sides equal in length is called?
Isosceles.
The resultant force of a couple is? That is it for Miriam. Kindly give it up for her. The stakes in this competition are high. 1.5 million Kenya shillings in scholarship. After this break, we'll find out who proceeds to the semi-final stage.
Let me tell you a story. Our story blooms over 2 decades ago in a humble university dorm room where the weight of the dark put a strain on our hands, a stain on the sheet where we mapped out our plans. But innovation lit our eyes with a fire to blaze the trail, to change Africa, one solution, one transaction at a time. Our ears listened to the chimes, the buzzing tune of bright ideas. We stretched out our hands, and remember what we did? We flipped the switch. We flipped the switch. It was no ordinary motion. It was to herald a new notion. It is a champion's charge, your invitation to stand on our shoulders. It is your time for elevation. So go ahead, flip that switch, build that business, scale that hitch. Africa's future is waiting on us, and what looks like the sky is only the dew. We are on the brink of something new, because at IntersWitch, we never stop. So you don't stop.
It is InterswitchSPAK Kenya 3.0. Do we have our clear winners? Masi Mweni, you scored 80 points. But are this enough to get you to the semi-finals of this competition? Well, luckily for you, indeed, these points are enough. You have proceeded to the semi-final stage of this competition. Joining you at the semi-final stage with 100 points, kindly give it up for Anne Gombe from Moi Kabarak High School. And now it means we have Miriam and Morgan leaving us at this point. Congratulations for doing such a wonderful job. It has been wonderful to see you in this competition. Kindly exit the stage. Miriam and Morgan both earned 60 points. But that means they drop out of the race because we had Masi with 80 points and Anne with 100 points. Congratulations to the two of you. Anne and Masi have proceeded to the semi-finals of InterswitchSPAK Kenya 3.0, which means it is a wrap on today's episode. We have been discovering geniuses episode after episode. Another set of 6 geniuses will join us next week. Do catch the action. In the meantime, join the conversation on social media at InterswitchSPAK Kenya, and you can also watch previous episodes on YouTube. Till next time, have a wonderful week.
InterswitchSPAK is an Interswitch Switch a Future initiative.